Good morning, every pony. All right, what's up, Patriots? Today we will be talking about why the Democratic Socialists of America always win everything. More specifically, we're going to be talking about why they won so heavily in the most recent local election cycles. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that the DSA has had major election victories in New York, as well as other cities all across the United States. This is a pretty momentous occasion in America's history. For however long now, pretty much my whole life, everyone's been told that it's either Democrat or Republican, and those will be the only two parties from now until we die. The DSA is taking over in politics. It seems like a cheat code. There are people I know here in Atlanta that I was talking to just a few months ago who weren't even thinking about running, and now they're in Georgia State House. They are dominating on every platform. It seems like overwhelmingly millennials and Gen Z want DSA to win, and the DSA will win. Now, there's some things you can say about the candidates that won in the New York races. There's negative things you can say about Hassanabi, who's been sort of promoting those New York races, and that will be another video for sure, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm not really going to get into that now. What I'm more interested in this video is just explaining to you why this is happening. Why is the DSA so dominant in elections right now? And I'm going to be honest with you, the DSA is the only political organization in America right now who wants to win. But what do I even mean by that? That doesn't even make any sense. Everybody wants to win. But when you look at how these candidates play the game of politics, they don't really want to win. The Democratic Socialists of America have accepted the system, the electoral process, and elections for what they are. Just take a look at this clip from Brad Lander's debate against Dan Goldman.
Would you support Senator Schumer if he ran for re-election in 2028? We'll start with Mr. Lander.
I think it's time for new leadership in the Democratic Party. And that's why I'm running in this race against Representative Goldman.
I have not thought about it. I have no idea whether he's going to run or not. We'll deal with that when the time comes.
As you can see here, Brad Lander immediately answers the question and gets it done. Dan Goldman, however, struggles with the question and doesn't accept it. He doesn't even answer it. And that's something that is very unique to the DSA that no other party feels. The Democrats love this system. They like this system for what it is, and they want to play in it. And whenever something exists in the system that they don't like, they immediately refuse it, like how Dan Goldman has refused this question. The debate, by the way, is filled with Dan Goldman not being able to answer these sort of questions. And this is not too unfamiliar from when Zohran Mamdani and Andrew Cuomo were debating, and Andrew Cuomo also struggled with questions. The Democrats love this system that they've created, but they don't accept it. The DSA wants to win. What does that mean? That means when Zohran Mamdani or Brad Lander go up to debate, they will play the game however it is played. Whatever question they are asked, they will answer, and they are not refusing the debate, and they are not refusing the system. The Democratic Socialists of America partake in the system as long as they will win. As long as they meet their goals, as long as they're able to enact their policies, they will do whatever it takes to do that. The party itself of the DSA is a very loose coalition of leftists. If you've ever been to a DSA meeting, you'll meet some people who want the immediate and swift end to capitalism, and you'll meet some people who just want to be more like Norway. But this broad coalition of leftists means that the DSA is getting more people to work together to achieve a common goal. The DSA knows when to compromise, more importantly. Zohran Mamdani will go talk to Trump and try to get to try and keep ICE out of New York. But he won't give up before it's over. If he says that New York City's tax rate is going to match that of New Jersey's, and Kathy Hochul says no, he's not going to compromise with her. He's going to wait until she changes her mind. Compromise is something that only happens when it's literally the last option for the DSA, and it's all they can do to get some sort of victory. And the DSA gets results. This isn't to say that's the only that the DSA willing to do whatever it takes to win is the only thing that's keeping them going. Obviously, their platform is more popular in America right now. The DSA is anti-Israel. A majority of Americans do not support funding Israel. The DSA is pro-worker, pro-affordability. A majority of Americans are those things. DSA wants regulations on AI, which is something neither the Democrats or Republicans have even discussed yet. The DSA is bold, and it's filled with working class people, and it's filled with people who will start an Instagram account and talk to you, which is something that the Democrats and the Republicans lack. While I think that organization, the DSA, has its shortcomings, frequently, I think they have their shortcomings. They are the party that wins right now. And as long as they keep winning and making life better for Americans, I'm going to be 100% Team DSA, even if people I don't like kind of try and leech off the party. I think something also that I've maybe discounted for the DSA is they've been really good about mobilizing real people, real young people, to get them to partake in a movement. Even if you're getting young people to show up to a meeting and it seems kind of useless, or they're going and campaigning for some sort of candidate that has no chance of winning, they're at least trying. They're at least giving this hope and this effort that is long missed in America right now. This sort of give up attitude that has existed for long, this sort of give up attitude that has existed for so long. This the two-party system is all we've got. You might as well not even try attitude is going to be a thing of the past very soon. At least I hope. So yeah, the video was sort of shorter and pretty simple, like most of my videos, but politics often are. So with that, I will see you all later. Goodbye, Patriots in control. I'll see you all later.